Welcome back to Farm and Hammer, everyone. On my way to feed the big group of cows, and I've actually been gone for work for the last 3-ish days, and so we're gonna come out here see what new calves have been born. My dad's been feeding and checking everything while I've been gone, so any new calves will be just as much of a surprise to me as it is to you, and we'll see if there's been any new ones this morning. We did end up getting all of the fall-born calves worked, so all of them have had their first round of shots. All the bulls have been castrated. I was actually pretty pleased when we were running the calves through the chute. These are some of the bigger fall-born calves we've had in the last couple of years, and most of these are out of our homegrown bulls, so pretty pleased with them. We'll see how they wean out, but since it's been spring like the last month or so, we have had some green grass starting to grow, which you may be able to tell. And the cows aren't too happy with hay anymore. They got a taste of the green grass, and that's pretty much all they want now. So trying to keep them restricted onto this one field until we can actually get, 8 to 12 inches worth of growth on the other fescue pastures before we start turning them in. Looks like that red one there is getting close. So yeah, they're not happy. They want some new grass to graze, but it's not that time yet. So I'm gonna give them one other bale, and that's probably all they're gonna eat. And then I'm gonna start walking the woods and see if I can find any new calves. May have already found the cow that calved yesterday. I know she's a spring calver. She's kind of out here by herself, so she doesn't seem too concerned about her baby though, wherever it is. Found the calf. Hi, buddy. What are you? You need to go find your mother. That's what you need to do. Looks like it is it's a bull. That's good. We have gotten a couple more bulls. Okay, go find your mother. And I lied. We had 10 or 15 left behind in the other field. They're stuck in this corner instead of the other one where the gate's open. We've got one new baby there. I'm trying to let the rest of these into that field where the rest of the cows are. They don't seem too interested in moving, but almost got them all and can almost leave that cow behind. That worked out nicely. So she had a solid red calf. And the other calvers are actually through that field, so we'll just take her over there and get all the new ones put together. Try to show you some of the new ones that I know you haven't seen. That cow had a red heifer. I know you've seen that one. This is one you haven't seen. I don't know that I've seen this one either. A little black baldy heifer. Got a solid black one. I haven't seen that one yet. That one's probably only 2 days old. Haven't seen this one yet either. That one looks like a straight Hereford. Looks like it's a heifer. That little red one's a heifer. Those two cows are the same age. Kept them back the same year. Anyway. Try to sneak over here a little closer to them. Not bad looking calves. Once again, still very heifer heavy, but I'm not going to complain about a live calf unassisted. And like someone else commented last video, people will be needing replacement heifers the next couple of years since cattle numbers are so low. Looks like we've got Should have 2 over here. Got 2 cows. Okay, yeah. That red one is a bull, belongs to the red cow. This black baldy, I'm not sure what this one is. I don't know that I've seen it. It's a little heifer. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this black one does belong to the red one. Anyway, there's 3 up there in that corner you haven't seen. I'm not gonna walk up there. Cows are just gonna run off when I get close to them anyway. So 3 more up there. And then there's 2 black baldies sitting there in the hay. I know you've seen one of them. The other one is newer, so you haven't seen that one. But that's about it for this group. Just got the one new one. And I'll let her into this field after I give this group some hay. Out with the second group of spring calvers. She calved 2 days ago. This is her calf. Looks exactly like her. Same eye marking and everything. Anyway, she had a little heifer. She still hadn't calved yet, but her udder is starting to swell, so she should be calving here hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Still waiting on her. There's a new one out of that cow. Still waiting on her. Still waiting on these 3. That cow right there, probably my favorite cow that we own. She had a little red heifer here. That big old brute, she had this one. I'm not even sure what it is. This cow is getting a good dust bath. And she had a bull calf the other day, 3 or 4 days ago. So, nice looking calf. Man, she was going to town. We have had a couple more bulls out here, which is a good thing. Anyway, same thing out here. We're trying to keep them restricted to one small field and keep feeding them hay until we get some good spring growth, and then we'll start pasture rotation. So actually, before I head to the rental farm, I did have to get some more hay. I had 8 bales of 4x6s, just the combine fescue hay, which has been sitting outside. Cows absolutely hate that right now. And you can see I've got a few more here. I lined up some there. I got a whole semi-load, and I really didn't want to haul 8 bales at a time. So yes, I have some extra, but all that will be is a little drought insurance for this summer. Of course, wasn't supposed to be any broom sedge in it, but I'm seeing some in this bale. Most of this is Johnson grass, and from what I can tell, it's actually pretty decent stuff. Haven't fed any yet, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Going to put a couple bales on the truck and head out and feed them to the rental farm cows and see how they like it. Well, gave them one of the new bales. They seem to be liking it a whole lot better than the fescue. Might be able to see the lines of fescue back there. They pretty much left 3/4 of it. I do need to pull the bulls out of here now that the spring cows have started calving. Of course, all the cows that came to the hay are the ones that I've had for a year. So there's not really any new ones to show you here. She's the only new one, and I think I showed you her last week. Here's this really skinny, scrawny one I bought a couple weeks back. She has put on quite a bit of weight after I wormed her. She's starting to look better, so I don't think it's Yoni's. I think she's had a worm problem, and she's getting over it. Got one new one there. She's a broke mouth 3rd stage. She's bagging up. Here's one you haven't seen. I picked her up 5-6 days ago now, and she was just a really skinny broke mouth. Actually, she was a short and solid. She was really skinny 3rd stage. When I dropped her off, she sat there eating mineral for who knows how long, so she should put on some weight calve and do just fine. You can see that red one running off. Picked her up. She had a bad foot. She is a nutcase, but she is bagging up, so she should be calving. So she's got a limp and a bad quarter. That one there, she came with that wild red one. She also had a limp when I got her, but she's pretty much over the limp. You can see her running up there. And one of the cows you saw last week, this baldy here, she calved. She had a little baldy bull calf. Okay, I found her baby. As long as I can sneak up on him without him jumping and running away. She is a big old cow, but she had a big old bull calf. And she just watched me right now. But anyway, he needs to get some energy because he's 3-4 days old and he hasn't left this. He hasn't left this patch of timber. So here's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's 8 of the new ones right here. They kind of hang to themselves. They've been in with the other herd for over a week now. And about 3 days in, they decided they didn't like the rest of them, and they're going to hang out half a mile away from the rest of them. So anyway, they stick to themselves, which isn't necessarily a bad thing at this point, because this one has got some weapons on her head and she knows it. So the first 3 days she was just trying to gore every cow that got close to her. And anyway, so pretty much all the old cows, they know if she's coming, I better start moving because I don't want to get stabbed. So all of these came together with the exception of this little white cow. The rest of them were in the same group off of a herd sellout. These are the old broke mouth cows off of them. And so theoretically, they should all be bred to the same bull, I'm hoping. And their calves hopefully will be pretty uniform. And I'm hoping they all sort of calve at the same time. So anyway, besides her horns, she's a really nice cow for being old. The other ones here, this one, the white one's a 5-year-old. And I just don't trust her. She randomly acts like she's going to charge me. But like right now, I'm 7-8 feet from her. She didn't mind. That old black cow, she's got a sort of a bad foot. She walks a little strange, but I think she'll get over it. That red cow there, really nice looking cow. She's got a good udder. She's starting to bag up. That black one, I don't think she's calved yet. And I'll explain why here in a little bit, but she may have. This red Beefmaster looking cow, she's only got 3 good quarters, but she's not a bad looking cow. She was a 7-year-old. And she's not bagging up yet, but I think she'll calve here in the next month. The white one's not going to let me get too close to her, but she's a nice cow. She was a short and solid, I believe. Big cow. All these cows are on the 1,400 pound range, so they're big cows. This one here calved 2 days ago, and I thought she had twins, and she may have had twins. I'm still not sure, but she had a heifer. This is a little Hereford Cross heifer, and really nice looking calf. But there's also a little bull calf right next to her at the same time. And I assumed she had twins. She was headbutting the bull calf into the ground, so I pulled him off. I'm raising him on the bottle, but I'll show you more about him next week. So yeah, I thought she had twins. I checked the rest of the cows. It didn't look like any others had calved recently, and both those little calves were wet when I found them, so I assumed she'd just had both of them. And since I didn't see any other cows that looked like they had just calved, I just assumed she had twins. Then now that I'm getting to looking, this black cow was sort of in the area. Her udder is all swollen. I don't know if she's about to calve, but when you look at her rear end, it almost looks like she's calved already, and I'm wondering if she maybe had one of the calves and that cow claimed it. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens with her. If her udder starts shrinking and drying up, that means she's already calved, and one of those was hers, and that cow didn't actually have twins. Anyway, I'm pretty pleased with this new group. I'm really happy I got part of a herd sellout. I'd much rather do that than get a bunch of singles or doubles at a time. So anyway, it's kind of nice. But 14 new ones. There's still one out there, 1 or 2 in the timber I haven't showed you. One of them's got a Brahma look to her, and she's pretty wild. So I'm not going to be able to get close enough to even show you her, but you may see her here in the future. Anyway, so those are the new cows. Like I said before, it's probably going to be the last ones I buy for at least a couple weeks, just because I work every time there's a sale. So those are the new ones. I think that makes 34 or 5 that are going to be calving out this spring. I'd like to get that number to 45, something like that. My favorite part about buying these bred cows is that you don't know what they're bred to. And every time they have a calf, it's always a surprise what the calf's going to look like. So anyway, we'll see how this group does. I think they're all going to do okay. I'm pretty pleased with most of them so far. So not going to be ones that I keep long term. Anyway, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all next time.